Welcome to Sports Talk.
Hello, welcome. This is Nick from TONT Sports, and today we're going to go over the 2022 Miami Dolphins salary review and off-season moves for 2022. Mike McDaniels, new head coach for the Miami Dolphins. Get ready to look for a coaching grade video when we grade all the hiring of the new coaches. So you're going to have Mike McDaniels up there, and we're going to give a grade on the hire. But before that, right now, this video, salary review, going over their current salary cap, what we expect them to do for this mock offseason, this free agency, and mock draft period, and what we expect this team to do this year, if not hours away to a few days away. So here we go. Let's hop right into this. Dolphins last year, they played pretty good, but again, definitely underperformed under Brian Flores. So they felt like they had to bring in a new coach, and so they did. And Mike McDaniels is a guy that's been under Kyle Shanahan for a while now, and he's an offensive-minded genius. They were 9-8 last year. I think they started off 0-7. Then they won like 7 games straight. So it's been crazy what this Dolphins team was able to do. But let's hop right into the first slide where you're going to see the depth chart and who's under current contracts. And here it is. Right now, the top left corner of the screen, you see $64.6 million in cap space. That's your current cap space right now if you don't cut nobody, okay? Here's your team. Here's your roster, okay? You got people in green, you got people in red. These are the guys that are currently under contract. If you were to cut them, you would possibly save money. If you cut some of them, you'll lose money. The guys in green, if you cut them, you would save. Guys in red, if you cut them, you would lose. Anyone not listed here is currently not under contract, which means you can't save or lose money if they walk away, okay? So here we go. We got Allen Hearns right here. Here's a good example. If you were to cut Allen Hearns right now, you save $2.6 million. If for some strange reason you were to cut rookie Liam Eichenberg from last year, you will lose $1.6 million. So there's no reason to cut anybody in red. There could be a reason to cut a few of these guys in green. So take a look at this. Let me know what you guys would do. Now let's hop into the next slide. The notable losses, the guys that are currently not under contract. Here's your notable losses, okay? And again, this slide right here, I got to give a special thanks to the one guy that allows us to get these expected contracts and percent of stats played, Noah, the $2 Bill Thompson. Without this guy, really, these videos wouldn't be able to be made, especially this slide. So thank you, Noah. Let's hop right into this. First, we got tight end Mike Gizetki. He's expected contract, a 4-year, $55.2 million deal. Percent of stats played was 71.8% last season. The next guy's edge rusher Emmanuel Ogbah. His expected contract, a 3-year, $46.5 million deal, and he has 67.8% of the snaps played. The next guy's wide receiver Will Fuller. His expected contract, a 1-year, $10 million deal, and he played 5.6% of the snaps. Last but not least, quarterback Jacoby Brissett. His expected contract, a 2-year, $12 million deal, and his percent of snaps played was 32.6%. Now, typically, a good rule of thumb is here, any guy that usually plays a higher percent of the snaps are guys that they look forward to bring back, especially if they played well during the snaps that they played. So let's hop into the next slide and show you our potential targets. Here are our potential targets. Here you go again. You see estimated cap space available is $64.6 million. Estimated cuts. We got you guys cutting Adam Butler for $4.1 million. Allen Hearns for $2.7 million. Clayton Fedgedelum for $2.2 million. And Devontae Dedmon for $0.7 million. This puts you at $74.3 million in estimated cap space available. With that being stated, here are the moves that we're going to make. First things first, we're going to re-sign Emmanuel Ogbah to a 3-year, $46.5 million deal, which is a $15.5 million cap hit. We're also going to sign Juju Smith-Schuster to a 2-year, $22 million deal, which is an $11 million cap hit. We're going to sign linebacker Leighton Vander Esch to a 3-year, $25.5 million deal, which is $8.5 million cap hit. We're going to sign guard Alex Kappa to a 4-year, $36.4 million deal, which is a $9.1 million cap hit. We're going to sign right tackle Morgan Moses to a 3-year, $22.5 million deal, which is $7.5 million cap hit. And we're going to sign Riley Reef to a 2-year, $14 million deal, which is $7 million cap hit. All these total out to being $58.6 million in total cost. We're also going to franchise tag Mike Gizetki for a $10.8 million contract, which would be the franchise tag, which will leave you at $4.9 million in estimated cap space available. With that being stated, let's hop into the team needs. You guys need a running back, a wide receiver, a tight end, an interior offensive lineman, an offensive tackle, a defensive tackle, an edge, and a linebacker. Here's how we address those needs. First things first, we're going to re-sign by a franchise tag Mike Gizetki. We're going to re-sign edge rusher Emmanuel Ogbah. We're going to sign wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster. We're going to sign interior offensive lineman Alex Kappa. We're going to sign offensive tackles Morgan Moses and Riley Reef. And then via the draft, in the first round, we're going to draft running back Kenneth Walker. Everyone's, running back in the first round. Yes. Okay. This team is that. They need a running back. You guys need one. You can't go around it. You can't wait until the second round. Get one in the first. Get a good one in Kenneth Walker. You should have took Najee Harris last year. That's just my opinion. And the last but not least, you got the second round pick. We got you taking Phidarian Mathis, the defensive tackle. Third and fourth round, we're not going to project things for you guys right now because we don't know really what would be left at your pick. So let's see what we got for the 2022-2023 depth chart. All right, here's a depth chart right here. As you see here, your quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, and he's going to be under center. And look, he has a lot of green, blue, orange around him, which is really, really nice. And I'll let you know what these colors mean in a second. Colors in green means that they've been signed out of free agency. Okay, so all the guys in green, Juju Smith-Schuster, Riley Reef, Alex Kappa, Morgan Moses, and Leighton Vander Esch. Guys in orange were re-signed, Emmanuel Ogbah and Mike Gizetki. And guys in blue are, guys that you're drafting. Kenneth Walker in the first round and Phidarian Mathis in the second round. And we got Liam Eichenberg here in white, showing you that he could plug in and play probably. I really don't want him to go. I was a huge fan of Liam Eichenberg coming out of the draft. He can play as a guard or a tackle if one of these guys fail, and he's really the future. So I'm really excited to see what they do with him, and I think that he will probably get a starting job. But I just wanted to show you what we got here for Tua in signings. Okay, with that being stated, this roster right here is a really, really talented roster, in my opinion. A lot better than it was a year ago, in my opinion. What are you really losing? Well, let's go back up to notable losses. You're losing Will Fuller. You're losing Jacoby Brissett. And a few other role players that we don't have listed. Besides that, look how many people you're bringing in. You're bringing in a stud slot wide receiver alongside of Devontae Parker and Jalen Waddle. You're bringing back your superstar tight end and Mike Gizetki. You got a really good offensive line with Riley Reef, Alex Kappa, and Morgan Moses now for the first time in Tua's career and really in a long time. Okay. And yellow, if you saw yellow right now, that means there's a placeholder. There's really not a placeholder on this roster. Everybody here was graded really high by PFF, and in my opinion, can probably play pretty dang good. You look at the defense here, Emmanuel Ogbah you're bringing back from Christian Wilkins and Mathis and Jalen Phillips, who was a good pick last year. And then you look at your linebacking court, Andrew Van Ginkel, Leighton Vander Esch, Jerome Baker. Three pretty dang good linebackers. You look at your corners, Xavier Howard and Byron Jones, not losing a step there. And then safety, Javon Holland, who played great, and Brandon Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think last year. Again, you guys were 9-8 last year, did not make the playoffs. Personally, in my opinion, this year, if you make these moves, I honestly feel like you guys can win anywhere from 10 to 11 games under head coach Mike McDaniel. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Remember, we got coaching grades, prospect grades, and so much more coming. Mock drafts, and hopefully the live draft show this year. So be sure to leave a like, subscribe, stay tuned, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace. We are Built Better.